करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविडं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव त्वमेव सर्वं गुरुदेव देव. Hari Om. We are doing the Panchadasi, the 12th chapter, and Vidyaranya talks about Vishayanande Brahmanandaha. And also Brahmananda is the supreme, and Vijnana Ananda, which he calls the Ananda that one gains in the knowledge, which he talks about in the next chapter, and the other one is the Vishayananda. That means happiness that one gains through objective satisfaction. That means when the sense objects are satisfied, then one is happy. Therefore, one is longing for this happiness, that happiness. So most of the people are on that level, and here the student starts asking, how do we teach them that there is a higher things in life? Because we have been going after the objective happiness, or the happiness that one wants through the efforts or by gaining sense objects, one is being happy. That includes the wealth, power and all that. And people are happy at that stage, but one problem is the more you get, the more you want, because it will never be end, or because you cannot get infinite happiness by acquiring a finite things. What I want is to be infinite or have infinite, and I cannot become infinite by adding finite things. Finite plus finite is only finite. So therefore I am struggling hard to make it infinite by a process, and the process being limited, I can never accomplish it, but I will never stop also, because I want to reach that. That is my nature. Infiniteness is my nature. So therefore everyone is going after fulfilling their objective happiness, sense objects, and this is occurring life after life after life. So how do we turn their minds toward that? Here the teacher points out that those who are ready to listen, those who are understand a little bit, but for them you can guide them, saying that this happiness is not for the object's sake but for my sake. So I don't get happiness because of fulfilling some object. Happiness, object doesn't get happiness, it's for my sake, that is for self's sake only. This is the teaching of Maitreyi, the teaching of Yajnavalkya to Maitreyi. That is Atmanastu Kamaya Sarvam Priyam Bhavati. Are Maitreyi, that my dear darling wife, that all desire for objects is not for object's sake, for your own sake. And this is being illustrated here by Vidyaranya by taking first the husband. So husband loves the wife not for wife's sake but for husband's sake. So there is no real love for the wife, although it appears to be there. The love is only for one's own sake, because what he loves is the happiness that she brings in, and therefore I want to be happy with her, with this, with that. So it's not love for the object, love for one's own self, because self has to be satisfied, and therefore the love for any object is starting here with the wife. So husband loving wife is not for wife's sake, it is for his own sake. Same way the wife loves for husband is not for husband's sake, it's for her own sake. She is ready to suffer physically, mentally, emotionally also in order to satisfy that love, because that way she will be happy. And why am I suffering physically? Because I want to make my husband happy. But what he really wants is, in that process he wants to be happy. So essentially, if you really analyze it deeply, any love for the object is not for object's sake. So here we are talking about one by one. He is analyzing the husband's love for wife and wife for love for husband. So this is not for the object's sake. And so anyonya prerane pi evam swechayeva pravartanam. So in this way, anyonya preranapi, so mutually getting involved in one's love and affairs and relationship, swechayeva, by one's desires, pravartanam. So essentially, a particular acts are being done in that way. So you rub my back, I'll rub your back. What is it? I want itching that has to be removed, and you want itching to be removed. So it's a mutual. This is anyonya prerana eva. So mutual benefitly, we are trying to get happiness from each other, and what we are searching for is happiness only. Now he's talking about the child, putra, and here he's giving an example to illustrate the case here. Number 10, sloka. Smashrukantaka vedena balo rudati tat pita chumbyatyeva nasa pritihi balarte swartha sava evasa. So nasa pritihi balarte swartha evacha. So here is giving an example of a father who has a beard and a mustache. These are typical at those days because everybody is having a mustache and beard of semi-sannyasis maybe. So here, Smashrukantaka vedena. So it is by beard and mustache, he is hurting the baby. So the father having a beard and mustache, he wants to take the baby and wants to kiss the baby. So he is essentially, out of his pleasure for the baby, he wants to express his love for the baby. So he picks up the baby and starts kissing the baby. But the beard and the mustache is hurting the child. So Swasrukantaka vedena, because of the pain that the child feels because of the mustache and beard, Balo rodati tat pita. So essentially, the chumbatyeva sa pritihi balarte swartayevasa. So balo rodati, so child cries, tat pita chumbati, when that father with a beard and mustache kisses the child is crying. So tad pita chumbati sa pritihi balarthena. So that love is not for the sake of the boy, because the boy is crying there, and still the father doesn't want to stop because he wants to express his love. Well, the child is suffering one side because of the picking of the mustache and the beard. So one side the child is crying, other side the father keeps kissing the child. So here he says that is not for the sake of the child. So balarthe na, it's not for the not for the child's sake. Swasyartheva, only for his own selfish sake he is expressing his love by kissing the child. So it's not for object's sake, it is for the self's sake. So father is happy, but the child is suffering. Now he's talking about the wealth. So he's talking about father, the husband, wife, child. None of them is love being expressed is not for the sake of the object that is being expressed, or object or a person, but for the sake of your own sake. That is the bottom line continues, and is the essence of teaching of Yajnavalkya to Maitreyi. Nirichamapi ratnadi निरिच्छमपि रत्नादि वित्तं यत्नेन पालयन् वित्तं यत्नेन पालयन् प्रीतिं करोति स स्वार्थे प्रीतिं करोति स स्वार्थे वित्तार्थत्वं न शङ्कितं वित्तार्थत्वं न शङ्कितं निरिच्छमपि रत्नादि वित्तं यत्नेन पालयन् प्रीतिं करोति स स्वार्थे वित्तार्थत्वं न शङ्कितं. So niricham api ratnadi vittam yatnena palayan. So we go after acquiring the wealth. Ratnadi here is the measure of wealth is in terms of how many diamonds you have. So vittam ratnadi, so wealth and the diamonds. Yatnena saha, so yatnena palayan. So he goes after by making a lot of effort to get the wealth. So people spend and people work continuously to make money. So particularly business people, and they want to get the wealth for their comfort. Why the wealth? For that they can be comfortable living, and they suffer so much and struggle hard throughout their life trying to acquire the wealth. And in the end, when the wealth comes also, they are not ready to, because the health is gone. So they say the expense at the expense of the health they get the wealth. Now at the expense of the wealth they try to repair the health. So it is a problem here. So yatnena palayan. So he goes forward. Saha, the owner, swartha priti, because for his own sake he is going after this. I want to be happy with this. I am going to be happy. More wealth, more happiness that I am. Oh, he is millionaire. Everybody respects him because he is very rich person. So therefore he wants the satisfaction of being the wealthiest person, so that he can get lot of things that are not possible without the wealth. So struggling hard to get the wealth for his sake, not for the wealth's sake. So niricha, wealth doesn't have any desire that I had to go to him and not to other person and so on. So wealth doesn't have any ichcha. So nirichati api. So ratnadi, even the diamonds don't care who owns them. They will be locked up in the almara or in somewhere in the banks and so on. So they don't care. What is owner is the one who is trying to be happy by acquiring this. Essentially this we know it, but that we won't go after it because we want to feel that we'll be more secure and more happy when we have more wealth or more power. But the problem is we are worried once we get wealth, we are worried if somebody is going to steal it also. So getting is a problem, preserving is a problem, and if you lose it also there is a problem. So there is no doubt that a wealth is for owner's sake, not for the wealth's sake. This is the essential conclusion here. Now same thing applies to animals also. So he is taking now the husband, wife, son, and the wealth and that includes power and all that. Now he is talking about animals. People, they have the animals because in those days the wealth is measured in terms of how much of cattle you have. And here he is talking about bullocks here. And let's see what he says. Anichati bali varde vivahi ishate balat anichati bali varde vivaha ishate balat pritihi sa vanigardheva bali vardhata kutaha bali vardharthata kutaha bali vardharthaka kutaha. Together, anichati bali varde vivaha ishate balat pritihi sa vanigardheva Balivardhartata kutaha. So anichati, so without having any ichcha, Balivardi, so these bullocks, they are trying to pull the cart, and the bullocks are tied, and so that they can hook it up to the cart, and the cart is where he carries lot of things so that he can sell those things outside. So this is the vanik, the merchant is carrying, he is taking the bullocks and he is selecting the best bullocks that he wants, and that is tied to the cart. But if you ask the bullocks, do you like this one? I don't like it. I don't like to pull the vahanam. I don't want to be a vehicle to carry Gyate Balad. So by pull with my strength, I have no desire to it. So it's not for my sake he is doing it, it is for his sake only. So Pritihi sa vanik arthata. So it is for the sake of the trader or the merchant, and eva and balivardhata kutaha. How can it be for the sake of the bulls? Because they are suffering one side. So he makes them suffer, and they are pulling the weighing, carrying the weight all the way to the one place to other place, and that is not for the sake of the bulls, but it is for the sake of the owner. Same way, I am using my equipments and everything for the sake of myself, not for their sake. So this is essentially that one's own self. Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. This is an essential statement, that one performs an action or one desires something not for the object's sake but for your own sake. Number 13. Now he's talking about Brahmana, and then next Kshatriya and all that. Brahmanyam isti pujyoham, Brahmanyam isti pujyoham, iti tushyati pujaya, acetanaya jatirnaha, acetanaya jatirnaha, santushtah pumsa evasa, santushtah pumsa evasa. Brahmanyam isti pujyoham, iti tushyati pujaya, acetanaya jatirno, santushtah pumsa evasa. So Brahmanyam evasti, I am a Brahmin. Aham pujyaha, I am worthy of worship. So iti pujayam, so by worship tushyati, I am happy. So people came, particularly looking from the Brahmin point, he say, I am a Brahmin, and he is a Kshatriya, he is a Vaishya, he is a Sudra. Who says that? A Brahmana does it. So what? If you are a Brahmin, so therefore I am worship worthy. So in olden days, you worship a Brahmana, and therefore he thinks that he is worthy of worship, and if somebody worships him, he is happy. So that being a Brahmin and getting worship and being happiness is the nature of that Brahmanatvam. And here he says, Acetanaya jatirnaha, santushtaha pumsayevasa. Then who is happy? Oh, Brahmin is happy. Not the Brahmin, the caste itself is nothing to do with it. So it is the satisfaction or happiness belongs to the individual, not for the caste, because caste is the essentially acetanam. It is just a inert things. So one is jati, Brahmana jati, Kshatriya jati or Vaishya jati. Jati is not going to get any happiness out of it. It is the Brahmin who claims that I am a Brahmin, therefore I am worthy of worship, therefore I need the satisfaction of being a Brahmin. So the satisfaction goes to the individual, not for the caste per se, because caste is inert. Now it goes to the Kshatriya, same thing, Kshatriya, Vaishya and so on. Same thing applies to every caste also. Kshatriyoham tena rajyam Kshatriyonam tena rajyam Karoti mityatra rajata Karomi chatra rajata Najater vaisya jatyadau Najater vaisya jatyadau Yojana yeda miritam Together Kshatrayoham tena rajyam Karoti mityatra rajata Najatver vaisya jatyadau Yojana meda miritam. So this applies to Kshatriyas and other Vaisyas and so on. So aham Kshatriyaha. I am a Kshatriya. Therefore, Rajyam karomi. I am going to rule over the kingdom. Iti atra here Rajata jatena. So the happiness that I get, I am ruling over the people or the land, does not belong to the Kshatriya jati, but belong to the individual who assume that I am a Kshatriya because of my birth. Therefore, I have a right to rule over, and therefore it belongs to the individual, not to the caste. Same way, one can apply to Vaisya and Shudra also. So Rajata Jatayana, not for the royal caste itself. Similarly, Idam Vaisya Jati Ado. The same thing applies to Vaisya Jati, Ado, etc. Means Vaisya and Sudra. Yojanaya, to be applied, it has to be applied to every one of these. Everything has to be applied and contemplated on. So he is giving many examples for covering many people who have that notions and then trying to get happiness out of it. So it is not for the caste's sake, it is for the individual. Every effort at any time by any individual in the name of whatever is for his own sake, not for the other's sake. Even helping others also is going to talk that also. Now he is going to talk about the lokas. Swargaloka Brahmalokau Stam Stamacchetabhivanchanam Loko yornapakaraya Loko yornapakaraya Swabhogayaiva kevalam Swabhagoyaiva kevalam. Okay, then Swargaloko Brahmalokau Stam Mamecha Vanchanam Loko yornapakaraya Swabhogayaiva kevalam. So Sargaloka, Bhugaloka, etc. Sarga and the Brahmaloka, etc. I mean, I want to go to Sargaloka, I want to go to Brahmaloka, and people perform certain yajnas to go there also. And so Mamasyam, though this I want to attain that state where I can be going to that state. So here I am planning to go there for what? So that I can enjoy whatever the lokas can provide. Swargaloka, heaven. So here people, all religions also, if you do it, you go to Swarga, you go to heaven where you will enjoy everything. What do you do in heaven? You will enjoy what? You will enjoy again objective happiness only. So you are promised to go there and then enjoy what? Against the happiness that one gets because of the where you are and what you get there. And assuming that there is enough of everything there in this Swargaloka compared to Bhuloka. So Swargaloka, Brahmaloka is still higher level, and that is also for what? So that you can get more happiness there. So Swargaloka, Brahmaloka, Stam, essentially the positions. Mama iti eva vanchanam. So it is. So all these are for ati vanchanam. So desire for them is for mamasyam. It is for may I attain those for my desire to be fulfilled. So lokayoho na upakaraya. So lokayor na upakaraya. So it is not for the benefit of the loka, so that when I go there, the loka will be happy. It's not that. Loka doesn't care whether you come there or not. So essentially, he's saying the lokayoho, for the sake of the two words, upakaraya, for their benefit. No, it's not for their kevalam swabhogaya cha eva, only for my enjoyment or for the individual enjoyment. One wants to go there and enjoy there. This is what the statement here. Now 16. Now we're talking about the gods, worship of the gods. Isha Vishnvadayo Devaha, Isha Vishnvadayo Devaha, Pujyante Papanashtaye, Pujyante Papanashtaye, Natan Nishpapadevartam, Natan Nishpapadevartam, Tattusvartam Prayujyate, Tattusvartam Prayujyate, Isha Vishnvadayo Devaha, Pujyante papanashtaye tannishpapadevartam tattvasvartam prayujyate. So here he gives an example. People go to the temple and all that and do puja to Ishvara or Vishnu and all that. So what is that? Why is that? Is telling here. So Ishaha Vishnuhu Adayoho. So the Ishvara, that is Shiva, and Vishnu, the Lord Vishnu, Adayoho, etc., etc., Hanuman, and you can include all Ganesha, every god that you go and pray in the temple, Venkateshwara and everything that you can include here. So Isha Vishnu Adayoho Devaha Pujyate. One invokes does the puja to gods for what saying? Tat not pujyate, na tat nishpapadevartham, tattu swartham prayujyate. So tattu swartham prayujyate. Why are they doing the puja? So aham idam karishye, I am doing a puja. So when puja is done, samasta durita kshayartham aham idam karishye, for getting rid of all my sins, I am doing this puja. So papam, for whatever the sins that I have committed, to get rid of them, I am doing the puja. So puja is for whose sake? Not for the Ishvara's sake and the Ishvara's sake or Vishnu's sake. So even Sandhya Vandanam, it says what? It says Suryasya Mamanyusya Manyapadayasya Papebhyo Rakshantam. So let them protect me from the papam, from the sins. So I want a protection from this. So for my sake, I am doing the puja. So it says, so samasta durita kshayartham. So for the decrease of my sins that I have done, all my sins that I have done, so I am not going to be eliminated, because every day, next day also I am doing it. So samasta durita kshayam means decreasing of that. I am doing this, idam aham idam karishe. So there's a contract that is being made, a sankalpa, involves that I am doing this for the sake, or I am doing this for my child's sake, I am doing this puja for something else. So this is a papam. So get rid of the ill effects that I am getting, I am do the puja also. So they specify also why you are doing. And therefore here it says, Isha Vishnu Adayoho, Isha Vishnu Adayoho, Devaha Pujyante, for Papanashtaye, to decrease the papam. Papam means the demerits that are done because of previous actions which I cannot do anything about it. I already performed it. So the sins are there. To remove the effect of those sins, I am doing this puja. Let's come back whether it's helpful or not somewhere. Natan nishpapa devartham tattu swartham prayujyate. Natat nishpapa devartham. It is not for the gods who do not have any papam. So the gods, if themselves have a papam, what's the point in doing puja them? So gods don't have any papam. So I am invoking their blessings since they don't have any papam, so that I can be relieved of my papam. So this is why we go and do puja of the guru and all that, or the masters, so that I can remove the sin that I have. not for removing of their sins. So, tat nishpapadevartham tattu swartham prayujade. For my own sake, for my selfish sake, I am doing the puja. So whoever is going to the temple with the purpose that to get rid of this, or I want desire this, I want desire that, it is for their own sake they are doing that, not for the sake of the Lord's there. So here, using the different types of Ishvara or Swargaloka and the caste, everything has been covered so far, and he is going to cover some more, so that one has to use this when we are trying to do it. This is all the teaching is for people who are involved in this. So people go to temple, people go here, people go there, busy, and he is now examine why you are doing it. I will come back to it in the next sloka later. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.